Mike Amatori. I'm the production director here at KSFO Radio in San Francisco. As most of you are aware, on Monday, January 31st, we lost our colleague and friend, Cynthia Oti, along with 87 other people, to the tragic crash of Alaska Airlines Flight 261. Before Cynthia left on vacation, she discussed with me the show you're about to hear. She told me that it had everything that made financial fitness special. And she was right. So we thought, as a way to say thank you to Cynthia and share her with you one more time, we'd let you hear this broadcast from January 25th. If you hear phone numbers, please don't call. This is a Best of Cynthia Oti broadcast. But more correctly stated, it's what Cynthia Oti did best. Now, for one final time on KSFO, our friend, our colleague, Cynthia Oti.
Well, baby, what I couldn't do with plenty of money and you, in spite of the worry that money brings, just a little filthy look by the light of things, and I could take you to places that you would like to go, but outside of that I've no reason to go. It's the root of all evil, a type of evil, but I'm certain, honey, life would be sunny with plenty of money.
Good evening, all you millionaires in the making, whoever you are and wherever you may be. My name is Cynthia Oti, the name of the program, Financial Fitness, and you're tuned to Hot Talk 560 KSFO. And with me in the studio, our call screener and all-around nice guy, our very favorite producer, Mr. Brian Adachi. Brian is the first voice you will hear when you dial 808-5600. That's 808-5600. Or you may fax your money question to me, and the fax number is 415-658-5401. Well, the market took a bit of a bounce today. The Dow actually up 21, closing at 11,029. The NASDAQ up 71, closing at 4,167. And the S&P up 8, closing at 1,410. And that's the way it was on Wall Street. But now, from the sublime to the ridiculous. So I have to share this with you. Here is an entertainment news item. I swear I am not making this up. This got such a reaction from me. It's got to get some kind of reaction from you. I'm telling you, this is absolutely true. All right, I'm going to read it as it came to me. Network executives are appealing to women's dreams of marrying a rich man with a game show called Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire? Just in time for the February sweep, the show will select one woman from each of the 50 states to compete for a chance to marry a millionaire, no matter what he looks like. Chicago radio personality Melissa McGeeran says she would do it, saying she would try to make the best of whatever happens and see where it goes. All contestants have signed papers which bind them to the marriage if they are selected. I can't believe this. No word on what happens if there's a divorce, and asking for half is prohibited in the contract. Now, I read that. I was absolutely outraged. First of all, the women who do this, the words shallow, materialistic, one-dimensional, came to mind to begin with. And let's really think about this. Okay, so we're going to marry somebody just because he has $1 million. It doesn't matter what his heart's like or his soul or whether he's spiritual or kind or a good person or if we're attracted to him or if he's a good lover. Nothing. That doesn't matter. It matters. We want to be picked by some guy because he has $1 million. I mean, am I crazy? This is insane. This is absolutely crazy. And the guy, think about the guy. So the guy is going to pick a woman who is there for one thing and one thing only, his money. That's it. She doesn't care about him. He doesn't know anything about her. I mean, I thought we had evolved a bit more than this. And what's very interesting about this, somehow this is going to be entertaining and funny and okay. But another thought that came to my mind, would a show ever work where you had millionairesses, women, and you had guys who wanted to be picked, one from each of the 50 states, to try to marry the wealthy woman. No, no, no. Then he would be a gigolo, right? But this is somehow okay. I just, maybe, just maybe they deserve each other when you think about it. Maybe it's the case that the guy who could care less about the woman, and he's just, so she wants me for my money. And by the way, I think he gets to see what she looks like. That's interesting, too. Maybe two people who are so shallow belong together. I don't know. I think this is absolutely crazy. Or maybe I'm, I don't know, one of these, is this a feminist stance that I'm taking? Maybe people really think that this is just a fine thing to do. And maybe there are women, and a lot of them, maybe there are women out there. Would you ever do this? Would you say, okay, you know, I'm single and I haven't really found anybody and the personal ads don't work. So what the heck? I'll go on a game show. We know the guy is solvent. I'll marry him. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's my destiny. I was just absolutely outraged by this. It got such a reaction, and I would love to know your opinion. And maybe even on a local level. Are you guys finding that women really honestly care that much about how much money you make? Is that still going on? Because so often you hear the line about everybody wants an equal partner and somebody to share and a good guy. Maybe there really is this underlying undercurrent of materialism still going on. If the network thinks that this can be a hit show, and it probably will be, I mean, I'd be curious to tune in and see what kind of idiots on this program. It's just outrageous. Anyway, the phones are open for your general questions about money and investing, and if you would like to make a comment about this or some related, maybe personal story in your life, love to hear it. My name's Cynthia Oti. This is KSFO.
With financial fitness, one last time on Hot Talk 560, KSFO. To honor Cynthia Oti's memory and to further her passion for charitable work, her family has made arrangements with two organizations. Please make your checks payable to Junior Achievement in memory of Cynthia Oti or to the Prasad Project in memory of Cynthia Oti. Please mail all your contributions to Harris Holzberg, First Union Securities Incorporated, 555 California Street, Suite 2300, San Francisco, California, 94104. And thank you in advance for your generosity.
He wants to live without the money. Not a poor boy. He bought the things he called him honey.
I just think that's insane. Think about it. Marrying somebody you don't know, you've never spent any time with on a game show just because the guy has $1 million. I mean, it's just outrageous. And what does it say about all those roles and stereotypes for men and women? Maybe we haven't come as far as I think. Allie Raymond from South San Francisco, you're on KSFO with Cynthia Oti. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing very well.
Hi, okay, my teacher, Miss Lynn Lewis, ran into you over the weekend.
Oh, she did. Your teacher from, now what's the name? It's a secondary school. What's the name of the school?
Westboro Middle School.
Westboro Middle School. Yes, she did, and wrote me a beautiful thank you letter and said, is this true that she has her students listen to this show, I think 2 or 3 times a week?
Of course, because you give such good advice that, because we have a stock market club, so she thinks that you give very good tips, so...
Now, I never recommend individual stocks. How old are the students in this class?
Well, in the class, there's a 6th grade class, so they are probably around 12.
Okay.
But then there's an actual club that people join, and that can be any grade, 6th, 7th, or 8th.
How are you doing with the stock picks?
We're doing very well because we won last year in the statewide competition, and we just came in the top 10 in the nationwide CNBC competition.
Whoa. Okay, give me your top 3 holdings.
Well, we have the fiber, which is the Ofcom tech, and we have optical cable and international fibercom.
And what's the criteria you use to choose your stock?
We use it by sector, and we chose the telecommunications sector because it has a very promising future.
It certainly does. So tell me the one thing, because and by the way, you can tell the classmates, I've invited these students to call, and I want to know one thing that you've learned from this program or one thing that's changed your attitude about money and investing. What would it be?
Well, I'd have to say that when you get your money, you shouldn't put it in just one stock. You should, of course, put it in many different stocks because then you have more of a chance of the market getting higher, so you have more of a chance to make any money.
And less of a loss, less of a downside potential.
Yes.
Allie, how old are you?
I'm 13 years old.
You're well on your way to doing extremely well, my dear. You keep up the good work and invite the other students to call.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That is a good teacher because look at the student. Look at what she's learning. Look at the things that she's going to take with her into the world and make good decisions. Oh, Miss Lynn Lewis, my congratulations to you. Terrific, and I hope you teach a lot of other teachers so they can teach future students. Oh, fabulous. 808-5600 is the phone number. Mike from a Ford Expedition, you're on KSFO. Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
I just got a question about how the deal works with the millionaire.
Okay, now I only have the blurb. Well, what's your question?
Well, it just seems to me that the guy gets to win everything. He gets to pick from 50 ladies.
That's right.
So whichever one he likes is the winner. But there's nothing, and he gets to keep his money, right?
Well, yeah, it says there's no word on what happens with the divorce, but I bet you there are going to be prenuptials up the yin-yang, and there should be. I'm actually a big believer in prenuptials. And it also says asking for half is prohibited in the contract.
Okay, well then I've got just two concepts.
One,
I want to sell call options on when this is going to happen for the divorce.
and two,
And two, it sounds like she's more like from 1-800-RENT-A-GIRLFRIEND.
well, pretty much. Pretty much. As a man, how did that story affect you? What feelings came up in you?
I thought it was pretty bizarre. It sounded kind of Hollywood.
Well, very Hollywood, but these are people from all, and I'm telling you, I bet you, I don't know how many would actually call this program, but I bet you there are lots of women, thousands, tens of thousands in the country who would do this. I bet you there would. I bet you they're out there and say, look, what the heck? All right, maybe the TV show is going to screen him. We know he has money, so I'll give it a try. I bet you there are a lot of them out there, but thank you, Mike.
All right, so see you later.
Bye. Oh, outrageous. Oh, yeah. 808-5600 is the phone number. Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett, are you there?
I am here. I'm hanging on your every word.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you are. How did the story, how did it affect you?
Well,
I mean, you've been in the dating scene for many a decade.
oh, thank you for that.
I mean,
Yes, I used to go by and pick him up in my horse and buggy. And what? Well, it makes me feel like 25 years of the women's movement has gone right down the drain.
well, that's part of it. But do you find, or in your dating life out there, that there really is this focus on the amount of money somebody has? I've had guys tell me that women actually screen them.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Very much so. Hey, what kind of car do you have? And, where are you going to take me? And, yeah, oh, sure. Absolutely. That's part of the natural selection is what I've heard as an excuse for that. Women are looking for the best possible mate.
The best possible mate. Oh, and that happens to be with the biggest bank account.
Apparently so.
But you know what's really interesting about this also is that when a guy knows, and these guys will know,
Oh, sure.
that these women only want their money. Now think about this. Let's say that the guy actually gets smitten by one of these women.
Well, it just could work out.
Well, I'm saying that if he gets smitten by one of these women,
Yeah.
he's got to be living in constant fear that, God forbid, he loses his money. She's out the door.
Yeah, with part of it. Possibly.
Possibly.
Whatever's left. Yeah, and I don't think he just gets to pick. I think the deal is it's like a quiz show. It's a contest.
A contest.
Yeah, that's what I understand. That it's going to be like, who wants to be a millionaire? They have to answer questions, and whoever wins gets to marry the guy.
Oh, you're kidding. So they don't even interview each other. It's kind of like...
No. He doesn't just get to pick. I don't know. Maybe they put on gloves and duke it out, and whoever's left standing gets to marry him. I don't know.
Unbelievable. Well, if we
Gets better by the minute, doesn't it?
Oh, my gosh. If we find out more about this, we have to keep this going here because I'm outraged. Anyway, my name's Cynthia Oti. This is KSFO.